Salem and Mount Pleasant play, in which there were a lot of penalties in that game. And then, when we did Mount Pleasant
Southmoreland
in Southmoreland, that's what I meant to go with. There was 80 yards and penalties against the Scotties last week, and in that game, and we said if they do that against Elizabeth Forward, they're going to lose, and that's what they did. They were plagued by penalties a lot in that game, and it didn't work out well for them. They couldn't get things going offensively. They had the first score in the game, a 3-0 lead early in that game, at least mid-first quarter in that game, and so it was. It was just a night to forget if you were a Scotties fan. When you look at some of the stats, like they only had, I think, 86 yards of offense at halftime. It was they just couldn't move the ball. Where Elizabeth Forward did the complete opposite. They were moving the ball all over the field. They were staying in the game. Southmoreland was able to stay in the game because of some Elizabeth Forward penalties. But Elizabeth Forward, once they tied the game up, they never looked back, right. And it ended up being 31 unanswered points by the Warriors and shutting down the Scotties to drop their overall score to 7-2. They come in 3-1 in the conference. They were riding a 4-game winning streak prior to that, and they'll look to shut the door here and close out the regular season on the Golden Lions with a win. Where the Golden Lions last week traveled out to York and were able to orchestrate a 37-8 win to give them their second win in a row, both on the road. So they've been on the road since we saw them here against Mount Pleasant 3 weeks ago, and won that game, as we said, 37-8, a 28-0 win over the Derry Trojans a few weeks ago as well. They'll look to close out their season. They're 6-3 overall, 2-2 in the conference. So there is still the chance, like Roger said, that the Golden Lions could maybe sneak into the playoffs, but it has to be here tonight. This is a playoff game for the Golden Lions.
This is a playoff game, I believe, for both squads, Dave. If Southmoreland should lose this game, they have 2 losses then in the conference. And if you look at the records, that kind of muddles the waters. The fan bases for both the Scotties and the Golden Lions have seen the good, the bad, and the ugly for both of these teams. They have seen them, both teams, when they're clicking on all cylinders and when things are going horribly, horribly wrong. Tonight's game, they need to come out for the Scotties, play Scotty football, Golden Lions, play Golden Lions football. They need to push the must-win situation to the back of their minds and come out and play their game, a disciplined game with very, very few penalties, and I believe the team that makes the least amount of mistakes will win this one.
Well, when we were here a few weeks ago, Roger, and saw the Golden Lions go against the Vikings of Mount Pleasant, it was 32 minutes before we saw our first score in that game. And so in that regards, I think what needs to happen is the Lions need to come out quick. They weren't able to do so. But when they did score in that game, once the scoring started, it was an avalanche of scoring.
It was, Dave, and, everything goes through the quarterback, the sophomore, number 6, Brody Chismar.
Right.
It starts and stops with him.
But don't be surprised if you hear Peyton Chismar a little bit here tonight as well. They both, going into at least that Mount Pleasant game, had about the same amount of passing attempts. Now, Brody, the younger brother, has taken over a little bit more. But don't be surprised with it being senior night here if there's some packages designed to see Peyton in there. And but Brody, like you said, is the do-it-all. I think he touched the ball majority of that game. Obviously, he's going to as the quarterback, but running the ball, I believe he was their leading rusher. I don't have the stats in front of me from that game.
He was.
But he was a leading rusher in that game. And so it is everything, the do-it-all Swiss Army man for the sophomore.
And looking at the Southmoreland Scotties, their end-all, be-all begins with a freshman. Yes, a freshman quarterback, Anthony Smith. He is a tremendous, tremendous football player. High IQ on the football field, has all the physical tools, throws a beautiful football, and he'll rely on Elliot Primus as well as Ethan Shawley to carry the load. But both of these teams, quarterback-oriented, if they have a good night, their team will have a good night.
Now, last week against the Warriors, Anthony Smith looked like a freshman for the first time, I think, this season, Roger. He struggled very much. I think he only completed 3 or 4 passes in the first half and only completed a handful throughout the game. His completion percentage was very low. His yardage was not very well. It wasn't what we were
accustomed to seeing.
Right. So he looked like a freshman for the first time last year.
Well, you got to keep in mind and keep things in perspective. And taking nothing away from Southmoreland or Greensburg, the Elizabeth Forward football program, not just a football team, they are a football program year in, year out, and that's why they are usually at the top of the heap and into the playoffs.
It's a little bit of a different scenario for them now. When I was in high school, they were not a good football team. They were, and that's going back now. I'll date myself a little bit. I was a freshman in high school 20 years ago this year. So when all my 4 years at Thomas Jefferson, Elizabeth Forward was not a good football team, but they are now.
Yes.
And you're right, they have turned the tides here and for the better. But looking at the Interstate Conference, the Warriors do end up winning the conference with a 6-3 overall record. They go undefeated in conference play going into tonight. Southmoreland sits right behind them at 7-2, 3-1. Mount Pleasant falls at third, 3-1 record in the conference. That loss coming to the Scotties, and 5-4 overall. Greensburg Salem 2-2 in the conference, 6-3 overall. Derry Area and York both sit at 0-4 in the conference, but Derry Area has the 3-6 overall record, where the York Cougars sit at 2-7.
Yeah, we talk about this game tonight, but there's a pretty good game taking place down the road in Elizabeth Forward as well, Dave. The Vikings are there, and that outcome could be huge for the two teams that are taking place, or the two teams playing here tonight at historic Offutt Field.
Yeah, you're right. That's playing down at Mount Pleasant.
Or Mount Pleasant.
Because I was about to say, if it's at Elizabeth Forward, I might have to have a word with Dan Flickinger about that, our boss. Just kidding. We're glad to be here at Offutt Field tonight. We're about 2.5 minutes away from kickoff here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. We'll keep it here, though, as it is senior night. You're viewing the seniors right now as they get their flowers and pass them off to their mothers. We were talking a little bit about senior nights before, and Roger, this is the last time a lot of these kids here tonight will put on a football jersey
and play organized football for this could be it for them. And I know that many, and we're not trying to squash any dreams or take away from anything, but a lot of times in the senior year, reality creeps in. Mm-hmm. What are you going to do with your future? Are you going to go to school? Are you going to go to a trade school? Are you going to go to the world of work? Will you be going to the military? It's a big conundrum for these kids. They're not sure what they want to do. They all have hopes and dreams for the future, as we all do. But you know what? It's just a crazy, crazy world in which we live in, and they are just about to enter it for the first time into the real world.
Yep. And I tell you what, let's take a quick break here, Roger, on the Westmoreland Sports Network. When we come back, Roger and I will wrap things up here for the Pregame show and get you ready for kickoff here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Stevenson Insurance Associates is owned and operated by Mark and Donna Stevenson of Greensburg and has been serving the greater Westmoreland County area for over 35 years. Stevenson Insurance Associates has been saving their customers hundreds of dollars annually, and that's why close to 95% of their policyholders continue to renew their policies year after year. To see what you may save on your insurance costs, call 724-832-9889. Your certified professional insurance agents.
Coming winter 2024, DBAT Pittsburgh East will be bringing the DBAT Sports family to Pittsburgh's East neighborhoods, featuring a 20,000 square foot state-of-the-art baseball and softball training facility with 4 dual Fungoman automatic pitching machines, 9 lesson cages featuring the best training tech in the game, including pro-sized baseball and fast-pitch bullpens, elite speed, strength, and agility coaching, professional baseball and softball instruction, 50-plus camps, clinics, party room, and a pro shop powered by pro-preferred brands Rawlings and Easton. Now offering Founders Club memberships. Learn more at dbatpiteast.com.
Jamie P. DeAndreth Physical Therapy has been providing the Greensburg community with professional, personalized physical therapy since 2003. We specialize in sports medicine, orthopedics, and women's health. Our priority is always centered on caring for you. To make an appointment, call 724-830-8815 or visit DeAndrethPhysicalTherapy.com. Let us help you improve the quality of your life with Jamie P. DeAndreth Physical Therapy.
I am the swiftest creature alive. I can make it. I will make it.
That's where we come in. The Collision Shop by Jason Mignon is your one-stop shop for all things auto body repair. Our experienced technicians and state-of-the-art facilities have you covered. Body repairs, refinishing, glass replacement, and more. Our friendly office staff is happy to assist you through every step of your vehicle's repair process. Visit thecollisionsshopbyjason.com for our complete list of services.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Whether you're just stopping in for a drink at the bar or having lunch or dinner, give one of D'Annunzio's seasonal drink specials a try. Our refreshing house-made sangria comes in 3 flavors: red, white, and peach. We have local craft beers on tap as well. Plus, D'Annunzio's offers our very own private label wine. We have Chardonnay, White Zinfandel, Pinot Grigio, Moscato, Cabernet, Merlot, Pinot Noir, and Champagne at D'Annunzio's.
And we welcome you back inside the Westmoreland Sports Network as we get ready for kickoff here between Greensburg Salem and Southmoreland.
Yeah, right now, Dave, great tribute here now being talked about with the seniors. Greensburg Salem, like many of the area high schools, paying tribute to one of their own. Assistant coach Rich Bowen, former head coach in various places along the way, including the college level. As a coordinator.
Yep, I saw him there in college.
They are talking about Rich Bowen, just a very, very good football coach, and a better person.
Yeah.
And the offense got a lot more complicated in heaven as he entered.
Well, I know he's a beloved man around WPIAL football here in Westmoreland County. He had a very successful career out at Sarah Catholic. As we step aside for just a quick moment here.
Thank you. At this time, we ask that you please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem, sung tonight by the senior members of the varsity football team. And then the alma mater, played by the Greensburg Salem marching band.
All right, Roger. That was Westmoreland County Idol. What do we think? How do we think they performed there as the seniors sung the national anthem?
You know what? I thought the seniors did pretty darn well, Dave.
I thought I heard some harmonizing in there.
They did a nice job. I think they were out of their comfort zone to a degree. Now, of course, there could be some chorus members there as well.
Yeah, right.
A lot of kids are multi-talented here in high school nowadays. But I thought they did well, and well done, Golden Lions.
As we now hear the alma mater of Greensburg Salem play behind us, but Roger, as we were talking before, though, it's just going to be a fun matchup, I think, to watch here. Two young quarterbacks that we're going to see for the next 3 years in this matchup. A lot of youth really coming on, are two really big players in this Southmoreland team, especially when you look at a guy like Jackson Mickens, who is a tight end, halfback, H-back, whatever you want to call him. He's a bigger kid as a 14-year-old kid. Like, that's something I don't think a lot of people think of, Roger. When you say freshman, you're talking about kids that are barely even teenagers.
Yeah, there are a lot of kids on the Southmoreland roster that won't be driving for a couple of years.
Yeah. I mean, that's something to think about, and the level. And so going into last week's game, I hadn't gotten a chance to look at the numbers for tonight's game, but Anthony Smith was the number 4 passer in the entire WPIL, all classifications.
Yes,
number 4 and as a freshman. And then on the other side, obviously a senior, and Messina, he was the 8th best in the WPIL. But just think about that, a 14-year-old kid, and he's already one of the best in the WPIAL, and you got 3 more years of him.
Yes. He has done very well in his preparation prior to his freshman year. We will make note for tonight's game, Dave, as it has been all season. Southmoreland Scotties have a co-op with the Geibel Gators as well. That there are a few folks from Geibel that are playing for Southmoreland.
Well, Geibel unfortunately had their program closed. That was about 5 years ago now, huh? It's been a while, but Geibel just wasn't able, and their numbers are down in totality at that school. And truthfully, unfortunately, we may not see Geibel Catholic as a school much longer.
Yeah, and that's just the nature of the beast, the nature of the world. But they're still around, and we wish them well. Principal, last I had heard, was a guy that I know, Bobby Fetter from Latrobe. Not sure if he's still there, but I talk to him occasionally. And we're going to see how this one's going to play out. Southmoreland's making their way from the locker room area.
Yep, they will don their white away jerseys with the black lettering and red trim. They've got the red pants on, the black helmet with the red S to either side, and a red stripe going down the middle with some piping down it. They'll carry the American flag, as that has seemed to be a tradition over the last 20 years to be doing so. Go ahead.
That's great. I love to see that.
Yeah. I remember Lucas Nix, who ended up going to play at Pitt, and then eventually the Oakland Raiders for a little bit. Used to do that for Thomas Jefferson when I was there all 4 years.
Greensburg Salem now making the way from out of their locker room. They will run through the band.
Yep, and they have all the seniors listed on the banner right there, as you can see at the bottom of your screen. They will wear their home brown jerseys with the gold lettering and white trim with white pants and a brown helmet with the lion to either side, with the GS, to either side.
And on the back, the name Bowen.
As the Lions take the field.
Yeah, we're just moments away from kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. We want to thank everyone for tuning in to tonight's broadcast of Westmoreland County High School football live here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Just a reminder to all that may be watching for the first time or longtime viewers, all of our games are archived shortly after their conclusion for you to watch back at your convenience. And again, we thank you for tuning in to WSN, the Westmoreland Sports Network.
As captains get ready to take midfield here tonight.
Captains for Southmoreland, 79, Jarrell Braxton, 53, Jimmy Carson, 10, Elliot Primus, and 0, Cameron Phillips. For the Golden Lions, number 7, Cooper Dan, 18, Dominic Rosenstiel, 21, Keegan Young, and 52, Azriel Franklin.
You said two very big names there that to expect to hear. Keegan Young is one guy who played his tail off defensively against the Vikings a couple weeks ago. So be ready to hear that name a lot when you hear Greensburg Salem, whether it's on offense or defense. And Dom Rosenstiel, he's a big-time receiver for the Golden Lions as they deferred the the opening coin toss, which will mean the Scotties will return, and they'll go from right to left across your computer screen, smartphone, tablet, smart TVs, whichever you're listening to and joining us here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. We thank you for joining us here on the regular season finale edition of Friday Night Lights. Deep to receive is going to be Cam Phillips and Markel Donnell for the Scotties.
Yeah, kicking off for the Golden Lions will be number 9, Tanner Schmidt, a junior.
We've already got a couple scores going around, Roger.
Oh,
this
boy.
game's a little bit late starting due to senior night. But Armstrong and the Franklin Regional, Armstrong holds a 7-0 lead in that game.
It's early. That's a surprising score. Armstrong has not had the best of seasons this year. Franklin Regional has had some up and down, so we'll see how that one plays out as well. That one also on the Westmoreland Sports Network, as well as Derry and York and Penn Trafford at Greater Latrobe, those 4 games.
So Schmidt will get ready to punt things off as Mikel Darnell, and it's going to be Phillips who's going to take it at the 8-yard line. Is going to be hit right away at the 20, dances out of it, gets to the 25 and up to the 30. Now keep in mind, this just a couple weeks ago, the special teams gave up a big touchdown to the Mount Pleasant Vikings. The Greensburg Salem special teams gave up that big touchdown. Also another score, 7-0 Penn Trafford over Latrobe. That's early on that's about halfway through the first quarter already. Our game just getting started here. We're getting the first possession of tonight's ball game. It's going to go to the Southmoreland Scotties as they'll start with the ball right around the 30-yard line at 29. Anthony Smith, the freshman, goes shotgun, and he'll hand it off on first down. It's Phillips, but a flag comes in on the far side. So we'll hold for a moment. Right now the play stands of about 5 yards, but we'll get the call. It's going to go against Southmoreland, so the penalty woes continue for the Scotties. It's a false start before the snap, so it's a 5-yard penalty, and we'll replay first down.
Yeah, Dave, you and I were at Mount Pleasant together as well. We saw the Scotties and the Vikings. Wasn't the cleanest of games. Southmoreland indeed has a lot to clean up. And we need to see if there's any hangover effect after that Elizabeth Forward thrashing.
Looking to throw and completes it to Darnell here at the 30-yard line. We'll get just past the initial line of scrimmage. We'll mark him all the way up to the 31, so give him 6 yards on that reception. Darnell is going to be a big name you're going to hear throughout the night. He does a lot of special teams work and is very good defensively for the Scotties.
Yeah, that tackle by the senior that we talked about, Peyton Chismar.
He's in at linebacker. Shotgun again for the Scotties. Looking here near side to go the same play. Darnell bobbles it. Is it down? No, they say it skips off the turf and will fall incomplete. It was the exact same play they had just ran. We'll bring up our first third down of the night.
Yeah, 3rd and about 8 for Southmoreland. Good ball there. It's a little bit cool. Ball security will be an adventure for some.
So, by the way, Roger, quick thing. Darnell's helmet, I do believe, popped off, and they're making him take a play off. I didn't see it pop off initially, but one of the line judges here, the back judge, said so, and it's to the sideline for Darnell. So our first third down attempt is going to be a third down and 8. Rolling right is Smith, plants, fires, and his ball was tipped on the way to the intended receiver and falls incomplete. It was Stanley Betters, the intended receiver, and it falls incomplete. So we'll have a punt for our first possession here.
Jake Kaler will be the punter for the Scotties. Let's see who's going to be back to receive. Looks like Rosensteel.
Yep, that's Dom Rosensteel. And Kaler has a very nice leg, so be ready for that. Both in the kick game and in the punt game here. This time he rushes it and has to get an end over end, and it's going to take a bounce at the 45 and will take a Scotties bounce back to the 43, 42, and it'll be great field position for Chismar.
Yeah, that punt down by 89, a freshman, Luke Stinnett. It'll be Greensburg Salem first possession. Let's see what Ty George comes up with.
Should be a familiar name around Westmoreland County, Ty George.
Yeah, he played at Hempfield area and Seton Hill. On Ty's staff is one of my former head coaches that I worked with for a number of years, Casey Kavanaugh, head coach at Hempfield and here at Greensburg Salem.
First play is going to be a handoff for the Lions, and that will go absolutely nowhere, as it looked like it was Brady Smith on the carry. No gain. 2nd and 10 for the Golden Lions. Now, one of the difficulties with senior night is you want to force these players in, but in this kind of game, you can't sacrifice somebody like that. Looking to throw. Popped up in the air, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Ty Warwick. And it's a turnover.
It certainly is. And one thing of note, Dave, and I did not get any confirmation on it, but so far, offensively and defensively, have not seen 22 Ethan Shawley in the game. He's usually a gamer. He's a terrific player. I know he's being recruited, he and Elliot Primus, by Seton Hill University. I got to meet Ethan when he was on his visit at Seton Hill, since WSN also does Griffin Athletics, so maybe he is injured.
It had to have happened at practice during the week, Roger, because I don't believe he was injured in that game last week. 1st down and 10 now for the Scotties. Fake the handoff, and it's going to be Primus who keeps the ball himself, rushing the ball out of a Wildcat formation. He threw a ball last week and completed a pass for 45 yards to Ty Warwick.
Yeah, Primus is a really, really talented receiver. 6'4", 215 pounds is Elliot Primus, the senior.
Oh, they're giving him the first down, Roger. So I was going to say that's about as close to a first down or to a.
They got to set the chains. They're having issues with the guy on the back end.
Yeah, we got to take an official timeout on the field to get these chains going. So it'll be a 1st down and 10 for the Scotties right at the 34-yard line. Chain gang is correct now, and all right, we're back into play here. Shotgun, it's Anthony Smith back in there, and he'll hand it off to Cam Phillips. Phillips finds a seam for the moment up across the 30 to the 29-yard line, and a late flag comes in. Right now the play stands of 5 yards for Phillips, but we'll get the marker here.
Dave, I just went over another part of the press box here at Greensburg Salem, and we thank Athletic Director Drake D'Angelo, as well as Marzi Sharrow, for setting us up here in this location. I went to see my good friend, perhaps you've heard the name, Bill Beckner Jr.
Billy, yeah.
He tells me that Ethan Shawley and Dawson Wolf are unavailable this evening.
So it's a 15-yard penalty against the Scotties. It's after the play. No, I'm sorry, that play will not stand. Third time's a charm here. The play does stand. It's an after the play call. So it is a 2nd down and 20. Hit while he's throwing, but throws it up towards Primus and just overshoots his receiver. Does Anthony Smith. That's 3 consecutive incompletions for the freshman.
Yeah, the receiver Primus was running out of real estate as well. Nice defensive call there by the brain trust of the Golden Lions, putting some pressure on the youngster, Dave. As you mentioned, Anthony Smith looked like a freshman last week.
This is exactly how the game started out last week. He completed his first pass and then went incomplete with 3 straight. 3rd down and long of 20. The second 3rd down for the Scotties tonight. Throwing downfield. He has a man. It's Darnell in the open field. 5 and will go down at the 3-yard line. Late flag for taunting. He's going to go against Darnell.
We saw that at Mount Pleasant as well, Dave. Darnell not being disciplined. I spoke about discipline in our opening, and you cannot, after a large gain, shoot yourself in the foot.
So it's a 41-yard play, but it's going to come back 15 yards, and it'll be 1st and goal from the 18.
You need to stay disciplined. You need to stay in the moment. Yes. Was it a huge gain on a nice pass and a nice reception? Yes. Stay in the moment and act like you've done it before.
Yeah. Darnell's going to check out of the game, I do believe. Nope, he will remain in, but it's going to be 1st and goal from the 18.
Yeah, huge turn of events right there with just a silly penalty, Dave. Dare I say that on the air.
That's the second 15-yard penalty on this drive, Roger, for the Scotties.
Chains
don't need to be out.
No, they do not. I'm just making sure, and the down marker is...
It should be correct. It shouldn't be a first. You shouldn't have a 1st and 10. It should be 1st and goal.
I would believe so, since he was down on about the 2-yard line.
It was at the 3-yard line.
And now they're going to... Okay,
we'll go with it. But it should be 1st and goal from the 18. Fake the handoff. Throw underneath to Primus. Primus gets a block, hurdles over one man, and is going to ride another one all the way to the 10, and he's not getting up.
Well, let's hope only for Elliot Primus he just has the wind knocked out of him and not a serious injury.
It's his shoulder, Roger. It's his left shoulder. It's a completion right now. They're spotting the ball at the 11-yard line.
Yeah, both of these teams have smaller rosters, Dave, as we noted, as you and I were talking off the air. And almost everybody goes both ways.
Yeah. Primus is a big player defensively for these Scotties. I'll tell you what, Roger, let's take a quick 30-second break here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Jamie P. DeAndreth Physical Therapy has been providing the Greensburg community with professional, personalized physical therapy since 2003. We specialize in sports medicine, orthopedics, and women's health. Our priority is always centered on caring for you. To make an appointment, call 724-830-8815 or visit DeAndrethPhysicalTherapy.com. Let us help you improve the quality of your life with Jamie P. DeAndreth Physical Therapy.
Back in action as Elliot Primus comes off the field. It is his left shoulder they're tending to. And so he came off on the Greensburg Salem sideline. And usually, Roger, they make you go to your own sideline, but they're going to allow Primus to stay over here. And he just has to be up against the fence and away from the field of play. So we're back into action now as Ty Warwick will split out wide where it's usually Primus. 2nd down and 3. Handoff goes to Phillips. Spins out of a tackler. Gets to the 10. Is going to get enough for the first down. Again, in my opinion, should be it should not be, this should be a 3rd down and goal, but it is not. Ball is going to get up to about the 7-yard line, so give him 4. First down and goal for the Scotties. Stanley Chapman comes in as a blocking back. Fake the handoff. They're going to go towards Chapman, and it's just too high for the 6'2 sophomore. So
Primus still against the fence. And then, again, we see what the Southmoreland Scotties do, Dave. Anthony Smith, the quarterback, goes over to the sidelines to get the call.
Yeah, your favorite thing, right?
It's a lot of extra miles.
Well, that's why he's a 14-year-old kid and can do that, Roger.
I suppose so.
You and I don't think could do it. Right? He could.
No, not for a whole game.
I'll be happy if I could do it for one series. 2nd down and goal. Fake the handoff. Throw underneath. It's complete to Mickens. The big freshman will fall forward to the 2-yard line for 5 yards. Jackson Mickens listed at 6 foot 215 as a freshman.
Ball's on the 2-yard line.
3rd down and goal. This will be their third down attempt. They got a first down on that big throw to Darnell, but was brought all the way back on a penalty. Really, Roger, it's kind of tough to describe because this should be 4th down for the Scotties. Pistol formation for the Scotties as Chapman stays in at the blocking man. Handoff Phillips. Lunges forward. Did he get enough? It doesn't appear so.
They're going to call 4th down, inches to go.
And this is obvious 4th down territory right here, Roger. I don't care what time in the game it is, where we are in the game. It is 4th and by about the nose of the ball.
Indeed, and now what we're going to see, Dave, which in football nowadays I don't like. I prefer the quarterback under center when the ball's inside the 5-yard line rather than taking the shotgun snap.
You're going to get your wish because Smith is going to go under center, and they're going to bring the big boys in the middle. Smith reaches over. Touchdown, Southmoreland.
There's a lot of times quarterbacks today, particularly at the college level, they've never taken a snap from under center.
Yeah, isn't that something to think about, Roger? But it's a touchdown for Anthony Smith, and Primus will go to his sideline now.
Kind of favoring that left shoulder. Hopefully the young man is okay. Jake Kaler in to attempt the extra point.
And he'll do that from the hold of Roman Riccelli. We got a timeout on the field. We got a false start against the Scotties. That's kind of hard to call, Roger. They weren't even set yet.
Well, you know what?
Unless they're going to call a snap infraction.
Probably. I'm sure that's what it is. It would almost, what else could it be?
Well, that's their 4th penalty for 40 yards already, Roger, and we're not out of the first quarter.
And most of it was all on this drive.
Yes, all but the 5 yards. Good hold. Kick is up and through. Nope, I'm sorry, it goes wide left. 6-0 Scotties, 5:45, 5:50.
Stevenson Insurance Associates is owned and operated by Mark and Donna Stevenson of Greensburg and has been serving the greater Westmoreland County area for over 35 years. Stevenson Insurance Associates has been saving their customers hundreds of dollars annually, and that's why close to 95% of their policyholders continue to renew their policies year after year. To see what you may save on your insurance costs, call 724-832-9889. Your certified professional insurance agents.
It may be small, but it can bear over 4,000 times its own weight. And that's just the door hinge. Sturdy design, all the way down to the smallest detail. The Taos. Hop in. It's a VW.
For a great deal on a new 2024 Volkswagen Taos, visit Sendell VW in Greensburg. SendellVW.com.
Tom Rosensteel takes this kickoff after the touchdown, and he's going to get way forward to the 35, and looks like they're going to still keep dragging him up to the 40-yard line. Coming in there and assisting with that pull forward, which actually is a penalty, was Wesley Haverly, the 5'10" senior.
Yeah, Haverly getting a chance to play on special teams. Good for that young man, being a senior.
You can actually not pull a player like that, Roger. I'm not sure if you're aware of that. Regardless, it is Greensburg Salem ball. It'll be first down and 10 with 5:41 remaining in this first quarter. Throw on the outside, it's Rosensteel. Rosensteel's going to have a man literally ride his back, and we'll get 2 yards on the completion. And see who that was that coming up. It was Riccelli who was the man who jumped on his back, and it was Darnell who came in to finish it off. Second down and 8 after the gain of 2. Check with me, Roger, and we'll
5 seconds on the play clock.
Yeah. Get it off at 1. Ball's on the ground. And luckily falling on top of it is Brody Chismar. It looked like that was a direct snap going to Kai Bruno.
Kai Bruno's a pretty good running back, Dave, but you know what? It seems like there was just great indecision from the center, the quarterback, and the running back.
This will be the 4th play for the Golden. This will be the 5th play coming up for the Golden Lions. They have -1 total yards of offense and an interception so far, Roger.
A lot of pressure on Chismar. Wouldn't be surprised to see a screen pass of some sort.
Steps up in the pocket, has a lot of room to run. Flag comes in as he crosses the 50, slides, and there'll be no call on Darnell, who hit him maybe just a little bit late, but a flag comes in. A 3rd and 20 now. They're going to say it's still 10 yards. The sticks are a little bit off up here if you pay attention to them up there. Should be on the 40 and the 50, but they're on about 40 and a half and 50 and a half. So it'll be 3rd down and long now. Rolling right, looking downfield, steps up, has a man, completes it across the middle, and up is Max Topper as he gets up to the 42, 43-yard line.
Nice flood route there by the Golden Lions. Well delivered from the quarterback, Chismar, to Topper, the junior wide receiver tight end.
27 yards on the completion and a first down. Hand off to Bruno. Bounces outside for the moment. We'll get to the 40 where Chapman and Warwick will take him down.
Yeah, about a 3-yard gain there.
It's his first official carry of the night. Second and 7 on the hurry up. Looking left. Steps up. Has room. Will get out there and is going to be pushed out of bounds by Lee. It'll be a short gain. We'll bring up a 3rd and manageable, though. It'll be about a 4-yard gain. We'll bring up a 3rd down and 3.
And right now, the aggressiveness of the Scotty defense must be wary of a long count. And Chismar is a difference maker. when he pulls the ball down and starts to take off.
This is their second third down of the night and of this drive. Third down and 3. 2:20 remaining in the first quarter. It is a 6-0 Scotties lead. Design run. Smith is going to have it easily. Gets to the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Reaches. And is going to be down just shy of the end zone to the 1 yard line for a 35-yard run.
Yeah, Chismar pulled it down and had nothing but green turf between he and the end zone, coming up just a little bit short. But nonetheless, nice play call, great design from the Golden Lions offensive staff.
No laundry on the field, so the play stands, and it'll be a first and goal from the 1.
Keep in mind that should the Golden Lions score, Southmoreland missed their extra point.
Right. So it'll be a power formation as 2 extra linemen come in as blockers behind Chismar, who goes under center. Handoff to the deep man. Tries to fight forward. That's Brady Smith, and I don't believe he's going to get there. No, they're saying he's down. He lost forward momentum anyways, Roger.
I'm just saying that you could see there was a bit of a – the ball is barely – it might as well be touching the white goal line, Dave.
It does not count as an official yard, though, gained.
No.
So that it is a second and goal from the 1, no gain.
Brady Smith is a senior.
And he lines up behind 2 bigger linemen. Instead, it's going to be Brody Smith to put it in himself, and a touchdown.
Chismar did a lot of that on his own, using
Chismar.
his legs. Tanner Schmidt will be in to attempt the extra point. Nice drive put together, and a lot of it improv by Brody Chismar, and it was well done.
Extra point is up and good. 1 point lead for the Lions here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Whether you're just stopping in for a drink at the bar or having lunch or dinner, give one of D'Annunzio's seasonal drink specials a try. Our refreshing house-made sangria comes in 3 flavors: red, white, and peach. We have local craft beers on tap as well. Plus, D'Annunzio's offers our very own private label wine. We have Chardonnay, White Zinfandel, Pinot Grigio, Moscato, Cabernet, Merlot, Pinot Noir, and Champagne at D'Annunzio's.
Jamie P. DeAndreth Physical Therapy has been providing the Greensburg community with professional, personalized physical therapy since 2003. We specialize in sports medicine, orthopedics, and women's health. Our priority is always centered on caring for you. To make an appointment, call 724-830-8815 or visit DeAndrethPhysicalTherapy.com. Let us help you improve the quality of your life with Jamie P. DeAndreth Physical Therapy.
Deep to receive this kickoff from Schmidt is going to be Darnell and also Cam Phillips. Don't see Elliot Primus on the sidelines anymore.
No, I'm trying to find him too. Do not see him as well.
It'll be a short kick, and Phillips will take it at about the 11-yard line. Dances up, gets to the 30. He's going to bounce out of bounds to the 35, and is going to go just a little bit further than that, up to the 36-yard line.
Flag on the play now.
This one I think is going to go against. Just judging by the Lions' reaction, the Golden Lions' reaction, it's going to go against them.
Yeah, somebody must have said something.
Well, as you said, there's a lot that rides on this game for both these teams.
And that's when you as a coach, you got to be disciplined with your kids and say, look, keep your mouth shut, do your job, work as a team, and everything will be fine. When you start doing boneheaded things on your own, you hurt us and our chances to win the game.
This game, you'll hear it a lot. This game is about we, not me.
Correct.
We'll get the call here now from the officials. Did I just see an ejection?
Is it somebody?
I don't know who it was, though.
I'm going to say it's going to be the young man coming out at the moment.
If I can see that, that's Tyrese Lewis, 16.
It is.
Tyrese Lewis, a 5'11 junior.
Being consoled now by a teammate. And again, Dave, we spoke in the pregame about penalties and not having them. Both teams are committing them.
Well, that was a 15-yard penalty, and that'll put the Scotties now on the plus side of the field.
But even
after the great return.
Even more than the penalty is the fact that Tyrese Lewis has been ejected from this game.
Handoff is going to go to Smith, who gets across the 45 and will fall forward to the 42-yard line.
Tyrese Lewis headed to the Golden Lion locker room. Athletic director Drake D'Angelo just a little bit behind him.
Gain of 5 on that carry. That scoring drive for the Lions took 4 minutes and 16 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, we're under a minute here in the opening quarter at historic Offutt Field between the Scotties and the Golden Lions.
And off again goes to Phillips to the 40. Tackled from behind. And here we go. This is where it's going to get ugly, Roger. Almost another fight there.
Well, both teams are scrappy. Both teams want to make the playoffs. And as I said in the opening, the team that makes the least amount of mistakes should win this one. We are under 10 seconds left in quarter number 1.
And I think it's just smart for the two teams to go to their respective sidelines with the way this is panning out right now. After 1 quarter of play, the Golden Lions hold on to a 1-point lead here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
At Smale Kia, we know that winning takes hard work, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. By sponsoring Shining Stars, we'll select 2 teams each season to help fund their booster programs. Rewarding their hard work, athletic progress, and community service is an investment we're proud to make. Right now, lease a 2025 Kia Sportage EX all-wheel drive, $299 a month, or lease a 2024 Kia Forte LXS for only $175 a month. Route 30 East Greensburg or smalekia.com.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Start of the second quarter here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. It'll be a 3rd down and 1 as we get ready for action here. Tyrese Lewis for the Golden Lions has been ejected, and we're going to get a jump from the Golden Lions. A little eager there.
See which way they're going to call it. Some of the Lions are clapping.
Oh, they're going to call it a false start on the Scotties. Wow.
Yes, they are.
Well, one man is celebrating down there for...
Yeah, that looked like Isaiah Steelwagon, yeah. Number 69, junior, 6'2", listed at 330. Thought it was on him. It was not. And again, the teams are having difficulty pretty much on offense getting out of their own way.
It's the 5th penalty against the Scotties. Fake the handoff. Throw. It's a fluttering ball. It's caught by Darnell. He's going to get the first down to the 25, and he's going to be ball's on the ground, and it's going to be picked up by the Lions. It was a heck of a play by Darnell at first. Lions indeed have the ball.
That was just a great hustle play by the defensive secondary of Greensburg Salem.
We have an injured player also down on the field. That's what the commotion is below.
I wonder if it's Darnell.
No, it's a Lion.
Okay.
I can't see the number for who it is, but there is a Lion down. It looks like one of the bigger men. So let's take a break here on the Westmoreland Sports Network, 7-6.
Drive like a champion with Bowser Chevrolet of Monroeville. You're always on the winning team with Bowser Chevrolet. Visit BowserChevrolet.com 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and get the power of Bowser in your hands. Customize your payments, apply for financing, get a value for your trade and more with the Bowser Express Store. See the full lineup of Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs at BowserChevrolet.com. Bowser Chevrolet, where the power of Bowser is yours.
Peyton Chismar was the one who was injured on that play. That play will go 16 yards before the fumble. And it's going to be Chismar. I think he's going to get positive yards on it. He's going to get up to the 25.
Yeah, again, he did a nice job with his legs. What I did not like, Dave, he was carrying that ball a little loose out in his hand. And on a cold, cool evening, it doesn't take a lot to dislodge it.
Add 4 yards to that reception, by the way, of Darnell. They had it marked wrong on the scoreboard. It should have been to the 23. Handoff. That's going to be Smith this time on the carry.
It's going to be just about a yard short of the first down.
And
now they're going to give it to him.
Okay, so he needed 6. They're going to give him 6. That's a favorable spot, Roger.
Yes, I was watching where the referee on that sideline came in from, and you said it well, Dave.
That's a very favorable spot, but that's why we don't wear stripes.
That's correct.
First down and 10 now for the Golden Lions. Man in motion. Handoff is going to go back to Smith. Gets the outside for just a moment before Mickens gets his big paws on him and limits the gain to 1 yard. Nope, they're going to give him 2 on the carry.
Back and forth we go here at historic Offutt Field.
It'll be a 2nd down and 9. They are going to get marking back 1 more yard for only a 1 yard gain there for Brady Smith. Brady Smith comes into this game with 74 carries and 284 yards, averaging just under 4 a carry. Stepping up is Chismar. He's going to bounce outside. Taking himself, gets to the 40, and is going to be ridden out of bounds just up to the 40-yard line. So 6 yards again for Chismar. Talking about him rushing. He's got 62 attempts for 360 coming into this game, averaging just under 6 yards a carry.
Yeah, it'll be about 3rd and 3 for the Golden Lions.
They are 2 for 2 on 3rd downs tonight, Roger. They both came on that last series. Well, the first possession they had only lasted a couple seconds, 45 seconds, as there was an interception thrown by Chismar.
Yeah, and the one big play was the pass from Chismar to Topper.
Chismar will check with me. Looking. Now he's going to dump it off. It's complete to Smith. Smith gets himself going, but great job by Ty Warwick to come up and stick him and prevent him from the first down.
It'll be 4th down, and Brody Chismar's upset with himself.
He knew he had the first down if he ran the ball.
Yes.
I think that's where he's getting upset with himself at. It goes for a gain of 2 when they needed 3, and it'll bring the punt team out. Dom Rosensteel will be the punter for these Golden Lions.
Well, he's a very athletic kid, Dave. I know they're on their own 41, 42-yard line, but you have to be smart if you are the Scotties.
Don't forget that Brady Smith, is one of the up-backs, but he'll line up now a little more outside. Rosensteel takes a look at it for a minute and then gets a punt off, and it is not a good punt. We'll take a bounce at the 45 and take a huge Scotties bounce. That took a 10-yard bounce for the Scotties.
Yeah, that may come out to be about a 4-yard punt, maybe 5.
Well, it was 4th and 1. It's marked down. That was at the 42-yard line. It's going to be a 3-yard punt.
That was just quick math as I was just looking. Peyton Chismar wanted to go back into the game. They called him back. He's
still got a little bit of a limp here on the near side. I get it. It's your senior night. You want to be out there with your guys, and especially when little brother is the starting quarterback, you want to be out there. First down and 10 on the plus side of the field for the Scotties. As they go into a pistol formation, it's Cameron Phillips, the deep back. Hands off to him. Tries to get outside. Jumps over Rosensteel and is going to be stuck by 3 different defenders. And it'll be a 2-yard gain.
Greensburg Salem training staff have been working on number 50. He's up and about now on the sidelines.
And that's Jack McGough, the senior.
Stanley Chapman out of the game.
Mikael
Darnell in. Cam Phillips out. Timeout, Southmoreland.
Let's keep it here for just a moment and remind you that the second quarter is presented by DBAT Pittsburgh East, opening this winter in Export. DBAT features a 20,000 square foot state-of-the-art baseball and softball training facility with the best tech gear and instruction. Visit dbattpiteast.com or visit their social media pages to see what everyone's talking about. And while we have a moment, we'll stay in this conference, Roger, and congratulate our Week 8 Westmoreland Sports Network Player of the Week. It's Jarrett Garn of Mount Pleasant. Garn caught a touchdown pass, rushed for a touchdown, and also kicked a field goal, and was 4 for 4 in extra points in the Vikings win over Derry. Congratulations to our other finalist, John Wetzel of Latrobe, Bell Vernon's Curdy Wade, just a couple this week. Lots of back to interviews with all of our players of the week. Winners on our YouTube channel. Again, congratulations to our Week 8 Westmoreland Sports Network Player of the Week, Jarrett Garn of Mount Pleasant.
Okay, the Scotties, with that poor punt from the Golden Lions, are in pretty good.
So I was going to say for a moment there, I saw Tyrese Lewis here, Roger. And
they are sending number 56, Lewis Maines, out of the game for
He's
the
the
moment.
center. Just a note there. He is the center. But I was saying Tyrese Lewis was walking in the stands here, Roger. If I'm correct, he's not allowed to be in the stands once he's ejected. So it looked like he was meeting with his family and then heading out.
Could be.
Throw it to Darnell. Throws it downfield. It's complete to Mickens. Mickens
lost
sheds
the
a tackler. Roger, I think that was a forward pass to Darnell, if you want me to be totally honest with you.
To our left, Dave, on the other side of this wall, I can hear the Greensburg Salem coaches. They're yelling a couple different things. The offense was not set. It was 2 forward passes. And right now the referees have marked the ball at the 2-yard line. Mikael Darnell out, getting his shoe put back on.
So it's a 40-yard gain for Mickens from Darnell.
Let's see if Phillips will be the ball carrier here.
Hand off to Phillips. He gets into the end zone, but a flag comes in. We'll see what the call is. There's been a ton of laundry on the field here tonight, Roger, as we wait for the call. It was right at the snap, so I think it's going to go against the Scotties as their offense is already starting to back up.
Well, you know what, Dave? We have seen this play out in quarter number 1 and now in quarter number 2.
And this will actually be the second penalty against the Scotties. It's a chop block.
And both coaching staffs.
Now we got another flag here.
It's going to be against somebody in the Southmoreland huddle.
So we're going to get another penalty on sportsmanlike conduct, so we're at least going to get a 15-yard penalty there. and it was a 10-yard penalty prior to that. So in 2 plays, it's a 25-yard set of penalties.
After a large trick play, if you will, Peyton Chismar back into the game. Anthony Matthews out.
It's going to be 1st and goal, Roger, from the 32-yard line.
Yes, indeed it is. Good Lord. You talked about it the past couple times you've been to Offutt Field. You've seen a lot of laundry on the turf.
So that's 7 penalties against the Scotties so far tonight for 70 yards. Throw to the near side. It's Mickens who catches the screen. He's going to be taken down. No, Chismar is going to stick a couple stiff arms. Gets to the 30, and Rosensteel will finally trip him up near the 25-yard line to the 26. So it'll be 6 yards on the completion.
Kai Bruno's going to have to leave the game. His helmet popped off.
I feel like, Roger, at this point in the game, this has been a very chaotic game. It feels like the refs just need to take everybody, hey, let's take a timeout. Let's everybody take a deep breath, and let's get this thing cleaned up a little bit.
Yeah, what I think I would do if I was officiating, Dave, I would ask for official time, get out the team captains, maybe even the respective head coaches, and say, look, we're here to play football. Knock it off.
Looking to throw. Once Darnell into the end zone, adjusting and can't get under it. Almost got there. Was a nicely passed ball there by Anthony Smith, but falls incomplete.
Yeah, Braden Miller, a freshman, on the coverage.
We've had 9 penalties in this game, Roger, between the two, for a total of 94 yards.
Yeah, not a very clean game, to say the least.
That's a lot for a single game, let alone a half.
Yeah, a lot of emotions running very, very high on both rosters.
And that doesn't include the ejection.
It does not.
This will be 3rd and long. 3rd and goal. Blitz. Up. Duck. Intercepted.
Good pressure from the Golden Line defense.
That was Peyton Chismar who came screaming up the middle and caused Smith to throw up a lame duck, and it gets intercepted.
And the Golden Lions will take over on, I'm going to say, about their own 6-yard line.
And this is very crucial, Roger, because they have 5 minutes and 43 seconds left here. They have all 3 timeouts to go. Plus, they get the ball to start the second half because they deferred the opening, the coin toss. Their last scoring drive was of 4 minutes and 16 seconds, so it's right in that ballpark.
Yeah, and that key play was the pass from Chismar to Topper.
Chismar will keep it himself, and Stanley Chapman, along with Riccelli, will wrap him up and make the hit, and it will limit the gain to only of about 2 yards.
Yeah, quarterback run the whole way on that snap.
That's kind of just a not necessarily shadow of your goalpost kind of play, but at least gives them a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, you want to at least get out should things go awry to allow your punt team enough room for the operation of snapper to punter.
Empty set again for the Lions. Nice snap. Fake the handoff to Rosensteel, and it'll be
Chismar
again, keeping it himself and maybe another 2 yards out of it.
And he gets up a little gimpy, Dave, does number 6, Brody Chismar.
Peyton Chismar, I think he just wanted to match Big Brother.
Yeah.
As Peyton Chismar.
Brody Chismar's trying to walk it off right now. If you can see that as he's getting a little bit, not under center, but directly behind the center. He was a bit gimpy.
Something you're not used to seeing, Roger. A player changing, and it's going to be a sack. Is it in the end zone? No, they're going to say it was at the 1 yard line. It was Mickens who was in there.
Southmoreland wanted a safety. Coaching staff on their sideline not very pleased. But what this creates now is not the distance for the snapper and punter that they are accustomed to. And if you recall on the last punt, Rosen still did not get off a very good one.
It's going to be a 4th and 15. He gets a better punt off this time, but Darnell's going to have a lot of room to go with. And he only has a short distance to go to the 25, and it will get only up to the 24-yard line.
Better punt there by Rosenstiel. Nice job for the senior, Dom. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Scotties of Southmoreland. Well, back and forth we go, Dave.
Yeah, you've said it. That's about the 3rd time I think you've said it, Roger.
Yeah,
and it holds true every time.
It certainly does. And with the penalties, it's almost as if no one wants to be disciplined and win this game.
All right, it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Scotties. They have great field position. Going to take a try, look for Mickens in the end zone, and Mickens was not on the same page. As a matter of fact, he barely ran a route.
Yeah, there was definitely miscommunication there between quarterback and all of his receivers.
42-14, York leads Derry with 29 seconds remaining in that first quarter, or in that first half. At the end of the second quarter, Mount Lebanon 42, Norwin 0.
Ooh.
2nd down and 10 in this 7-6 ball game that the Lions lead. Handoff is going to go to Phillips. Phillips is going to make a couple men miss. Ball's on the turf. A flag comes in. It's recovered by the Scotties. And it's going to go against the Scotties again.
I think it is.
I've never seen a ref argue with a player until right there, Roger.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
I don't understand. I don't want to say this and sound accusatory. It is the same official that is throwing the most flags tonight, Dave.
It was Cole Savage who was arguing with the ref. Let's just wait and see what's going on here, Roger. Okay, now I think it's going to go against Salem.
We don't know.
Okay, so there was an undercut by the, which essentially is a chop block, is what the signal was actually
defensive
called.
Team, yeah.
So they undercut one of the linemen. And I thought I saw a lineman get rolled up on, and it was Savage. So it's a half the distance to the goal penalty. Puts the ball at the 6-yard line, so it'll be a 6-yard penalty against the Scotties.
It'll be 1st down.
Yep, 1st and goal. Handoff on the end around goes to Darnell, and Darnell is going to be tripped up and lose the ball again. That's his 2nd fumble. I do believe the Scotties came on it. The Lions are saying they have it, and they do. That's the 2nd fumble by Darnell tonight.
There's a player down for Southmoreland.
It's Darnell.
Becoming a game of attrition.
The gain stands of 1 yard before the fumble.
Well, if it is Darnell and if he's out for any amount of time, we mentioned
Primus is out.
Primus is out. Dawson Wolf and Ethan Shawley were unavailable this evening. Now, Darnell's walking gingerly off the field. Ball be about on the 7-yard line. So Greensburg Salem, the defense on 2 consecutive possessions, is kind of taking the ball away from Southmoreland with some fumbles. They have the ball, but again, they're not in great field position. But you can never count out a Greensburg Salem team, particularly with the way the young Chismar has been running wild from his quarterback position. Ty Bruno's the running back.
And he'll get the call. Had a hole, but now he's going to break out on the other side of the 20, near the 20-yard line. He'll be brought down, I believe, at the 18 is where they're going to mark him. It'll be an 11-yard gain.
First down, Golden Lions.
Quick huddle, or quick snap here. Hand it off again to Bruno. Gets to the outside, is going to be hit hard by Avery on Darnell.
He a freshman in the lineup, wearing jersey number 6.
It'll be a 1-yard gain for Bruno. Oh, I'm sorry, gain of 4.
Avrion Darnell is a freshman in the game. Luke Stinnett is a freshman in the game for the Scotties.
Man in motion, and we got a whistle. A late flag they're going to call. They didn't call delay a game, did they? There's 8 seconds on the clock. Now they're calling for a reset. Roger, this officiating crew is all over the place tonight.
Yeah, they are certainly not having a good night.
I mean, there's 8 seconds on the play clock. And Ty George is out there arguing that, and I think they're agreeing with that right now. The field goal post must have been in the way of the play clock.
Very well
the view of
could
the play
be.
clock, judging by where it is and where the official called it. They'll give him a fresh 40 now. Fake the handoff. Pressure's on. Stinnett can't wrap him up, but a couple of other Scotties will wrap him up, and it'll be no gain. Another player down, and if I can read that number right, it's Ty Warwick, who holds his shoulder.
Yeah, he's hurting, and you are correct. That is number 8, Ty Warwick, the junior, 6 foot, 180 pounds.
And I do believe Mikkel Darnell was back in the game, Roger. Able to keep themselves on side was Savage. It'll be 3rd down. Looking to throw. Stepping up. Warwick is mirroring. He's trying to get around his Chismar, but is he going to get enough for the first, Roger?
No.
Nope. It's going to be just shy. Need to get to the 29. Ooh, it's going to be close, Roger. It's going to be a matter of hairs.
Well, I didn't think he got, once again, to use your verbiage, Dave, a favorable spot.
They did give the first down. He needed 6, and he got it. No huddle. Rosensteel goes backwards and is going to be pushed out of bounds at the 30-yard line. It'll be maybe a gain of 1. So, Brody Chismar threw an interception on his first pass attempt of the night. He's completed all 4 passes ever since.
Yeah, he's getting better as the game progresses.
Wants it all here on Rosensteel. Rosensteel can't get under it. He's just a yard behind it. And that'll be the first incompletion by the sophomore tonight. So in essence, he completed his first 5 passes. One was just to the other team.
Yeah, that's correct. And we thank everyone for tuning in to tonight's broadcast on the Westmoreland Sports Network here in Class 3A between the Southmoreland Scotties and the Greensburg Salem Golden Lions here from historic Offutt Field in Greensburg, Pennsylvania.
It'll be a 3rd down, Roger, the 6th 3rd down for the Golden Lions tonight. They're already 3 of 5. Rolling right is Chismar. Looks downfield, now throws, and it's going to be well overthrown. That kind of fell into no man's land between 2 different receivers. Regardless, it falls incomplete. And we'll bring up another 4th down.
I do like what the Golden Lion offense is doing, though, Dave. They're not letting Chismar stay in the pocket. They're letting him roll out a little bit in case he has to tuck it and run, as opposed to being a sitting duck in the pocket.
Ty Warwick, though, has been mirroring him lately on the last couple of plays and really not giving him anywhere to go. Unfortunately, he got some push from Chismar. Unfortunately, if you're a Scotties fan, Chismar got some push. As the punt is almost blocked, and it's going to be a very short punt. It's going to take a huge Greensburg Salem bounce, and that clock will keep running all the way down now to 33 seconds. They'll give it even all the way to the 32, so they'll give them the home field benefit of that, Roger. But still not very far to go. And 2 timeouts remaining for the Scotties.
And Jake Kaler has a very strong leg.
Yeah. Can at least get some points on this board here.
Okay, Golden Lions now down to 12 or 11 on defense. They had 12 initially.
And no Elliot Primus for the Scotties.
Yeah, we haven't seen him for quite some time.
Throwing. Ty Warwick skies to make this catch, and he's going to get it up for a gain of 11. A little bit of a violent tackle there by, was that Peyton Chismar that made that stop?
I did not see Dave, but
no,
Warwick, it might have been number 4.
No, it was 21. That's why I got the numbers mixed up, which was Keegan Young the first time we called his name tonight.
Ty Warwick is down on the Scotty sidelines.
He was brought down maybe even on his head. He hit the front stick, which for those of you who don't know about the sticks, they are made of metal. Now, Roger, I know I used to work on the sidelines a lot for NFL games with different TV productions, and I remember always hearing them, they would have meetings with each other, the chain gang, that if a player comes near you, you need to drop that stick and back up right away, because not only can hurt yourself, but you can hurt a player.
Yep.
I mean, that's just basically a pool noodle around a metal pole.
Yeah, let's hope that Ty Warwick is okay. If you recall, when he was on defense, Dave, just a short time ago, he was involved in a pretty violent collision as well, and he looked a little bit gimpy.
He's on his own sideline, so I would assume that they could allow this to be played. The gain's going to be of 11 yards on the completion, and he did go out of bounds, so the clock should stop. Regardless, it'll stop momentarily for the change to move, as it was a first down. I wonder if they're looking at his neck, Roger. It looks like they have his helmet off, so it wouldn't be a neck injury because you were...
No, he's starting to sit up now, Dave.
I wonder if it's a back injury. With the way he came down, it could be a back injury.
Well, let's just hope the young man is okay, getting helped up by some of his teammates. Just the physicality of tonight's game is taking its toll primarily on the Scotty roster.
All right, so we're back into play here.
And that Warwick was the linebacker that was mirroring Brody Chismar.
Right. So it'll be first down. Looking to throw. Pressure's on. Wants it all down the field. It's going to be a jump ball and intercepted! Rosensteel. 25, gets to the 30, has some room here. Gets to the 35, gets to the 40, and is going to be pushed out of bounds at the 46-yard line. 11 seconds, 3 timeouts to go. Ball right about midfield.
There was no receiver open when Anthony Smith unloaded that one, Dave. It was just a wish and a prayer.
It was a Hail Mary. You didn't need to throw it.
Okay, right now the freshman Jackson Mickens, number 7 of Southmoreland, is limping around a bit. You might be surprised, some sort of trick play out of the Golden Lions now, much like we saw earlier from the Scotties.
We got 11 seconds and 3 timeouts. Ball's placed at the 46-yard line, and I believe we're going to get a timeout taken by Southmoreland. I actually don't think that they had the right personnel out there, Roger, because Mikkel Darnell came on
late.
Now,
79, Jarrell Braxton was kind of talking to Jackson Mickens. Mickens is a defensive end, a bit gimpy, as I said.
Yeah, I think Mickens is okay. I think it's probably just a stinger or a roll, but I think he's going to be okay. He's going to be okay to keep playing here. But I think it was a matter of personnel out on the amount of personnel on the field. Because as they called the timeout, Darnell was counting all the men on the field. Mikkel Darnell. Well, after the timeout, it'll be a prevent defense as Lee will count things off here for the Scotties to make sure they have the right personnel. looking to throw. Chismar's going to step up. He's going to get to the 50, and he's going to run out of bounds as Avery on Darnell was chasing him. And he'll go to the 5-second mark. 6 yards on that carry.
Chismar did a nice job getting out of bounds. Timeout, Greensburg Salem.
They'll give 7 yards on that, so we'll keep it here as the Tigers. The Lions, Golden Lions, will take their first time out. So I wonder if they're just going to heave this one up.
Well, they too have a very strong kicker, Dave.
Yeah, but Roger, at the time, there's only 5 seconds
I know. I'm
left.
Just
so
thinking,
I mean,
who knows?
You would have to, as soon as the ball snapped, get the ball out of your hands.
Yep.
I mean, that is bang, bang, bang.
Yeah,
really.
that's probably not going to happen.
No, so I think this is going to be the last play of the half, and it's just going to be a heave towards the end zone.
Yeah, and it has become, sadly, a mash unit on the Scotty sidelines.
Trying to see Ty Warwick over there, and I don't even see him being worked on. He might have already gone into the locker room.
Possible.
Here we go. Pressure's on up the middle, and Mickens is going to bring him down for a sack. And that'll be it for the first half. Roger, what a wild half that has been.
It certainly was. Not a well-played half by either team. Teams just cannot get out of their own way. We have a score of 7-6, Lions in the lead, the extra point being the difference. And right now, it's a well-deserved break, particularly for the young men representing the red, white, and black of Southmoreland. Greensburg Salem will go in, regroup, as will the Scotties, and this could be a wild and woolly event in half number 2.
As we go inside the Independence Health System halftime show here on the Westmoreland Sports Network, expert care here. At the half, it is the Lions 7, Scotties 6. When we come back, we'll hear the sights and sounds of the marching bands here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Alzheimer's disease, believe it or not, kills more people than breast cancer and prostate cancer combined. Up until recently, healthcare options to treat Alzheimer's disease were quite limited. We had oral medications, but they were not known to change the underlying trajectory of the disease. Recently, new medications have been released. These medications are infusions that have actually been shown in studies to change the course of the disease itself. We are honored to be the first in our region to provide these medications to our patients. My uncle suffers from Alzheimer's. I have seen the tragedy of this disease, and I have seen its effect on my entire family. At Independence Health System, we are offering our patients and their families the latest in diagnostic techniques, the latest in drug therapies, and most importantly, we are offering them hope in the fight against Alzheimer's disease.
Stevenson Insurance Associates is owned and operated by Mark and Donna Stevenson of Greensburg and has been serving the greater Westmoreland County area for over 35 years. Stevenson Insurance Associates has been saving their customers hundreds of dollars annually, and that's why close to 95% of their policyholders continue to renew their policies year after year. To see what you may save on your insurance costs, call 724-832-9889. Your certified professional insurance agents.
At Smale Kia, we know that winning takes hard work, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. By sponsoring Shining Stars, we'll select 2 teams each season to help fund their booster programs. Rewarding their hard work, athletic progress, and community service is an investment we're proud to make. Right now, lease a 2025 Kia Sportage EX all-wheel drive, $299 a month, or lease a 2024 Kia Forte LXS for only $175 a month. Route 30 East Greensburg or SmaleKia.com.
Jamie P. DeAndreth Physical Therapy has been providing the Greensburg community with professional, personalized physical therapies since 2003. We specialize in sports medicine, orthopedics, and women's health. Our priority is always centered on caring for you. To make an appointment, call 724-830-8815 or visit DeAndrethPhysicalTherapy.com. Let us help you improve the quality of your life with Jamie P. DeAndreth Physical Therapy.
It's prime time for prime rib at D'Annunzio's every Friday and Saturday night. Get yourself a 12-ounce queen cut for $26 or a 16-ounce king cut for $29. The prime rib is seasoned, slow roasted, served with au jus and horseradish, vegetables, and a choice of pasta or potato, and comes with super salad too. Remember, D'Annunzio's prime rib special every Friday and Saturday after 4 at all 3 of our restaurant locations.
It may be small, but it can bear over 4,000 times its own weight. And that's just the door hinge. Sturdy design, all the way down to the smallest detail. The Taos. Hop in. It's a VW.
For a great deal on a new 2024 Volkswagen Taos, visit Sendell VW in Greensburg. SendellVW.com.
We welcome you back inside the Independence Health System halftime show here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Expert care here. Enjoy the sights and sounds of both marching bands, starting with the Southmoreland Marching Band. It'll be followed up by the Greensburg Salem Marching Band here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. It is 7-6 Golden Lions at half. That was the Southmoreland Marching Band. As they get their equipment off the field, we'll actually have a senior night presentation of the Greensburg Salem Marching Band here on the Westmoreland Sports Network in the Independence Health System halftime show. Expert care here. The Greensburg Salem Golden Lions lead it 7-6 over the Southmoreland Scotties.
I haven't
That was the senior presentation here on the Independence Health System halftime show here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Expert care here. At the half, it's the Greensburg Salem Golden Lions 7, Southmoreland Scotties 6. When we come back, Roger and I will wrap up the first half and get you ready for kickoff here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Coming winter 2024, DBAT Pittsburgh East will be bringing the DBAT Sports family to Pittsburgh's East neighborhoods, featuring a 20,000 square foot state-of-the-art baseball and softball training facility with 4 dual Fungoman automatic pitching machines, 9 lesson cages featuring the best training tech in the game, including pro-sized baseball and fast-pitch bullpens, elite speed, strength, and agility coaching, professional baseball and softball instruction, 50-plus camps, clinics, party room, and a pro shop powered by pro-preferred brands Rawlings and Easton. Now offering Founders Club memberships. Learn more at dbatpiteast.com.
The Collision Shop by Jason Mignone is your one-stop shop for all things auto body repair. Our experienced technicians and state-of-the-art facilities have you covered on both passenger and heavy-duty vehicle repairs, including scratches, scrapes, and dents, free estimates, body repairs, welding, refinishing, glass replacement, and more. Our all-new alignment and calibration shop has the tooling, equipment, and staffing to ensure top-quality alignment and calibration adjustments for your vehicle. Our friendly office staff is more than happy to assist you through every step of your vehicle's repair process. Visit the Collision Shop by Jason.com for our complete list of services.
Get to Mike Hamlin Hyundai during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Drive the new 2024 Hyundai Elantra SEL or Tucson SE with 1.99% financing for up to 60 months. All vehicles are backed by the Mike Hamlin Advantage oil changes for life.
A lot of events with CSA. It's one of the things I love about this organization, and I'm just so proud of what we do in Westmoreland County, from prevention conferences, veterans conferences, youth summits. We help with national night outs. There's so many different events and things that we've pulled together that have been really cool over the years. The best thing to be involved in the county, this is it. So we have a lot of members and things of that nature, but we are looking for more people to join and be a part of the group that can really be a part of the core team and invest into the community.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
At historic Offutt Field in Greensburg, Pennsylvania, Independence Healthcare. Expert care here. Roger Downs and Dave Francic with you on the call. Matt Palumbo, our producer. Lorenzo Coda, our videographer this evening. And just taking a look at some scores that we have on the out-of-town scoreboard. Third quarter score, Penn Trafford 17, Latrobe 7. Our score here, obviously, Greensburg Salem 7, Southmoreland 6, Franklin Regional 14, Armstrong 13, York 42, Dairy Area 14. At the half, Leechburg, the Blue Devils 10, Greensburg Central Catholic 7, Woodland Hills 14, Kiski Area 0. Third quarter score, Bell Vernon 21, Trinity 14. Third quarter score, Mount Lebanon 42, Norwin 0. And those are the scores that we have here at the WSN Independence Health System halftime show.
Yeah, and that Norwin score is tough because Mount Lebanon was a beatable team this year, Roger, and Tristan Tavares not playing at 100%. I don't even think he's playing at 50%, if you want to ask my opinion, all season.
No, when we, as you know, Dave, I do the PA for a lot of Hempfield athletics, and the night that Hempfield area beat Norwin, it was
tough to watch.
It was very tough to watch. Tavares did what he could, but basically he was playing on one leg and could not be Tristan Tavares that the Norwin faithful has come to know, love, and enjoy.
Well, keep in mind, too, Roger, he's a baseball player. And that he's probably not going to play baseball this year. if it's bad enough.
That's correct. Deep to receive the kickoff for the Golden Lions, 18, Dominic Rosenstiel, 2, Brady Smith, awaiting the kickoff of number 11, Jake Kaler. As we said, Greensburg Salem leads this one 7-6. Greensburg Salem won the toss, deferred, and now get the first possession of half number 2.
And a nice little kick there by Kaler. Rosenstiel will take it on the fly at the 11. Gets to the 20, goes up to the 25, and will get to the 30 before he's pushed out of bounds by a couple of different Scotties. Now I'm interested to see what the approach is here, Roger, for Southmoreland, as an already small roster has gotten smaller throughout this game. They're already missing 2 starters coming into this game.
Yep.
2 starters got hurt in this game, and Primus and Warwick.
And others are part of the walking wounded as we look out on the field. Greensburg Salem with the lead.
First possession starts at 11:35 here in this third quarter, and it's going to be a bounce outside here. That's Bruno. Bruno laying the boom on Lee after a nice big gain of 13.
Yeah, running back Kai Bruno, the senior, has run that play a number of times, and he has gained yardage each and every time. It's a nice job by Bruno and his offensive line.
Gets the call again. Stiff arms one man. He's going to fight to the 49 for another 6.
Tackle by Stanley Chapman.
I'll tell you what, Roger, for a sophomore, Stanley Chapman's a really good player. He's a really nice build for for a younger player.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at see how many seniors are actually on the field for the Scotties right now.
Handoff again goes to Bruno. He lost the ball, but he's able to fall back on top of it.
Yeah, friendly bounce.
To the 50-yard line, and we'll go no further.
Friendly bounce off the turf.
I actually think he was down, Roger, from my angle there. He was basically directly in front of me here on the 50-yard line. I think his knee was down when that ball came out.
Yeah,
but regardless, it's a third down.
This is where you got to be wary of the – that's a good call by the Salem offensive brain trust yet again, getting the Scotties to jump.
Roger, it wasn't even that. It was just an anticipation there by Lee as Lee jumped early. Cameron Lee. And that's already the first penalty here. And we're just 92 seconds into this second half.
Yeah, and sadly the Scotties are picking up right where they left off with the penalties.
Fire here to the near side. It's complete to Rosenstiel at the 40. He's going to turn up and get to the 37-yard line.
Nice safe pass to the boundary. A short throw for the sophomore Chismar. Scotties are giving the Golden Lions a lot of room, so you might as well take advantage of that.
It's a gain of 8 to Rosenstiel. Only 8 attempts in the air tonight. As a handoff here goes to Smith, and Brady Smith gets across the 35. He only needed 2 to get that first down, and he's going to get 4.
Yeah, and right now, Golden Lions attempting to impose their will on the decimated Scotty lineup with the number of injuries.
Looking here to throw. Now Chismar's going to keep it himself. Tucks it and runs. Gets across the 30. He's going to get up near the 25 to the 26. 6 yards for the sophomore quarterback.
Yeah, this is doing 2 things, Dave. They are getting their first downs. A lot of positive plays for the Golden Lions. Keeps the clock running, limits the possessions for the Scotties.
2nd down and 3. Designed run for Chismar. Far side, 25, gets to the 20, and it's going to be wrapped up. Nice open field tackle there by Rome Riccelli. But it'll be plenty for the first down.
Yeah, that's the X factor. Because, as you mentioned, Ty Warwick is out, and in half number 1, he was more or less mirroring the activity of Chismar, the quarterback.
Handoff is going to be Smith. Bounces outside. Cuts.
Fumble.
And lost the ball, and the Scotties got it. I do believe the Scotties have this ball. Let's see who they're going to give it to. Scotties ball.
We've seen a lot of fumbles tonight, a lot of penalties tonight.
That was a really nice run there, too, by Smith before that fumble.
Stanley Better's on the recovery. He, a sophomore.
All right, well, just when the Lions were starting to move there, a fumble will end their drive.
And we've seen the Scotties do that a couple of times tonight, inside the 5 both times.
Handoff is going to go to Cam Phillips here to start this drive. Gets across the 20 and is going to get up to the 22. They'll mark him all the way to the 23. So a gain of 8. So it'll be 2nd and 2 for the Scotties.
Anthony Smith has had a long evening every time he's tried to pass, Dave. He's been under extreme pressure. Maybe the Scotties are going to try to develop a running game, get some play action passes for him to get him started.
Here's a good one here up to the 30 for Phillips. He's going to fall forward to the 31 and get 7 yards. He's the only ball carrier for the Scotties tonight that have more than one attempt.
Anthony Matthews comes up a little gimpy. Max Topper into the game for Matthews.
So it'll be your 1st and 10. Here's Smith on his 2nd carry of the game. Gets up just shy of the 35 to the 34 and will get 3 yards. Smith's only carry of this game prior to that. Actually, they're going to give him all the way to the 35. So we're talking about favorable
spots.
That's a very favorable spot.
Either that or all of our eyes up here in our broadcast location are deceiving us.
Yeah, I don't. Again, Roger, that's why we don't wear stripes. At least on Friday nights.
Correct.
And off again is going to go to Phillips. Phillips bounces outside and going to get up near the 40-yard line. There was great pressure and penetration there by the Golden Lions.
Yeah,
Scotties was able to run out of it.
Scotty's very fortunate that the defensive lineman crashing inside did not drop the ball carrier for a loss in the backfield.
That was Cole Savage in the backfield.
Cole Savage, one of those seniors recognized prior to tonight's game for the Golden Lions.
Well, the Scotties only are 1 for 5. Now they'll be 2 for 6 on 3rd downs as Phillips is going to get up to the 44. And a nice gain there for the Scotties, and will give them a nice 1st down, a much-needed 1st down.
Riccelli, the senior, coming off the field holding his left wrist, Dave, for the Scotties.
That's a big blow defensively. So a 5-yard gain there for Cameron Phillips to get the 1st down. I think if I had a guess, just judging by Riccelli's reaction there on the sidelines, as the handoff goes to Phillips, he got hit in his in a lower extremity.
Yes.
Best way to say that.
Yeah, he left the field holding his left wrist, but I'm going to guess maybe he has a lower body injury,
yes,
so to speak.
Yes, 3-yard gain there for Phillips on that carry.
Cam Phillips down on a knee right now in the huddle.
I think he's just tired there. I'm not even sure that that's an injury because remember, Ethan Shawley, who usually comes in and relieves him from time to time, is not active tonight. Just add that to the list of injuries tonight.
Play clock winding down for the Scotties. Pass.
Make the handoff. Thrown, it's intercepted. Chismar, Peyton Chismar, touchdown.
Nicely done by Peyton Chismar. Read the route. Southmoreland has run that route a couple of times this evening, all for completions except for once. This time, Peyton Chismar jumps the route, his senior night. Well done, Peyton.
"52 yards. And Schmidt will attempt the point after. Up and good. 14-6. Lions.
Coming winter 2024, DBAT Pittsburgh East will be bringing the DBAT Sports family to Pittsburgh's East neighborhoods, featuring a 20,000 square foot state-of-the-art baseball and softball training facility with 4 dual Fungoman automatic pitching machines, 9 lesson cages featuring the best training tech in the game, including pro-sized baseball and fast-pitch bullpens, elite speed, strength, and agility coaching, professional baseball and softball instruction, 50-plus camps, clinics, party room, and a pro shop powered by pro-preferred brands Rawlings and Easton. Now offering Founders Club memberships. Learn more at dbatpiteast.com.
Have you or someone you know committed to play a sport at the next level? Let us know by emailing info@westmorelandsports.com so we can add you to our WSN College Commitment page. Our unique page features a list of current Westmoreland County student athletes that have made a verbal or written commitment to play a sport in college. No matter what sport at what level, our College Commitment page has you covered. Check it out next time you visit westmorelandsports.com.
Peyton Chismar on his senior night says to little brother, "You're not the only Chismar getting a touchdown tonight."
I got my legs too, and I'm going to use them.
Yeah, he laid down on the medical table after the 52-yard pick six, as this kick after is going to go out of bounds.
Well, you talked about it, Dave. You were at Elizabeth Forward last week. And Dave's going to step out for just a minute, and I'll be with you here. It looks like we're going to have the Golden Lions re-kick. Must have been offsides, or the ball was not marked ready for play. Thank everyone for being with us this evening, yet again here live and direct from historic Offutt Field, downtown Greensburg, Pennsylvania, live on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Schmidt's going to tee it up again, give it another go. Nice job by the freshman, 89, Luke Stinnett. The ball actually made contact with Stinnett. He immediately fell on it. Nice heads-up play by the freshman, 6'1", 200 pounds. And let's see if the Scotty offense can get anything moving. Anthony Smith enters the huddle. Thank the good folks here at Greensburg Salem for setting us up in this broadcast location. From the shotgun goes the freshman, Anthony Smith. It'll be Cameron Phillips, the running back. We have a flag on the play. Initial call seems to be holding against Southmoreland. And it is indeed the call, holding. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Remains down number 1 for the Scotties. Freshman Anthony Smith has been under duress all evening every time he goes back to throw. Greensburg Salem doing a nice job with the pass rush as well as with all the penalties amassed by the Scotties this evening, just unable to get anything cohesive and put together. Penalties putting them back in a difficult situation. It'll be 1st and 22 for the Scotties. White jerseys, red game pants, black helmets. Greensburg Salem in their brown home jerseys. Bit of a tight end around. Ball carrier was Jackson Mickens. There's another flag coming up from the Greensburg Salem sidelines. And once again, we're going to have a discussion amongst the referees as to what the penalty is going to be. Both teams looking a bit bewildered at the moment as to what the call will be. Been numerous flags here this evening on the green turf at Offutt Field. Here's the call. It's a dead ball unsportsmanlike against the Golden Lions. So that will result in a first down for Southmoreland. .335 remaining in the quarter number 3. Phillips, the ball carrier. Nice cut inside, breaks it to the outside. And he's into the end zone. And a flag after he gets into the end zone. I'm wondering if did he spike the ball? I missed it from our location, 45 yards away from the end zone, maybe 55. What's it going to be? It's been a bit chippy this entire evening between the Scotties and the Golden Lions. As we mentioned, not a very clean game. We thank Lorenzo Cota for being outside the press box with the camera out there as the temperature continues to drop. And we thank our producer, Matt Palumbo, for everything he has done for us this evening and for you, the good folks of the Westmoreland Sports Network viewing audience, having those great shots coming in from Matt Palumbo. Okay, we're waiting to see what's going to be. The touchdown is good, and it looks like the penalty was against Greensburg Salem. It looks like the ball's going to be marked at the 1 yard line. 14-12 currently. If the Scotties can get the 2-point conversion, we'll be all tied up here. And he did. Phillips into the end zone with the 2-point conversion for Scotties. We're all tied up here at historic Offutt Field, 14-14.
Along the arc of a woman's life, there are many passages. Growing up, chasing dreams, building a career, embracing wisdom born of experience. There are times that make good health and well-being so vital. We provide care that helps women thrive at any age, at any stage. Independence Health System. Expert care here.
Drive like a champion with Bowser Chevrolet of Monroeville. You're always on the winning team with Bowser Chevrolet. Visit BowserChevrolet.com 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and get the power of Bowser in your hands. Customize your payments, apply for financing, get a value for your trade and more with the Bowser Express Store. See the full lineup of Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs at BowserChevrolet.com. Bowser Chevrolet, where the power of Bowser is yours.
Dom Rosenstiel on the return, an absolute great return. Reverses his field, gets the ball out to about his own 45-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Golden Lions. Rosenstiel, multi-sport athlete for the Golden Lions, proving his worth today. And now, Greensburg Salem will break the huddle. Again, the sophomore Brody Chismar, the quarterback. Senior Kai Bruno in the backfield. We're all tied up here. Almost an errant snap, corralled by Chismar. Bruno, the ball carrier. Jake Govern with the stop, pickup of 8. Stumbling a bit was Bruno on that carry. It will be 3rd and 1. Golden Lions now in Scotty territory at the Scotty 46-yard line. Skill players from the Golden Lions getting the call from the sidelines. It's going to be Chismar. Nice tackle there by number 6, Averon Darnell. Chismar, great run to his left, good for the Golden Lion first down. It'll be 1st and 10 Golden Lions from the 39-yard line of the Southmoreland Scotties. Got a flag on the play. Definitely defensive pass interference will be called on Mikel Darnell as he tackled the wide receiver Keegan Young on the play. Definitely penalty there. The first down for the Golden Lions. Kind of like what the offense has been doing for Greensburg Salem. If Southmoreland is bringing in an extra defensive lineman, Chismar's calling a pass. If they go with the 3-down lineman, he's sticking with the run. Kind of like the way they're addressing things based on the defensive front that they are seeing from the Scotties. Contested catch by Rosenstiel. Darnell in good position to make the defensive play. Darnell at 5'9". Rosenstiel just a little bit taller. Got the position, secured the catch. Nice play by the Golden Lions. Congratulations, Dom Rosenstiel, on his senior night. Junior Tanner Schmidt in to attempt the extra point. And it is up and good. 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 3. Golden Lions 21, Scotties 14.
I feel like it's definitely very important, like for high school, because a lot of kids, get peer pressured into drinking and doing drugs. So like doing the events like in a school setting, I feel like definitely like try to prevent kids from like going to like parties and drinking and driving and doing drugs and being peer pressured.
We just want to, talk about the dangers of the substance abuse in our community, and we want to help be a part of stopping that.
Get to Mike Hamlin Hyundai during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Drive the new 2024 Hyundai Elantra SEL or Tucson SE with 1.99% financing for up to 60 months. All vehicles are backed by the Mike Camlin Advantage oil changes for life.
Tanner Schmidt to kick off. Cam Phillips. Mikel Darnell deep to receive for the Scotties. Cam Phillips rolling the dice just a bit. And that last hop got that kickoff out of bounds for a penalty against the kicking team. That was extremely close to a near tragic decision by number 0, Cam Phillips. It looks like the Golden Lions will be kicking off yet again. And it takes a lot as they start running downfield over and over again as kickoffs are repeated on the special teams. Going to re-kick and do it all over again. It seems like the Golden Lions are trying to keep the ball out of Mikel Darnell's hands and aiming toward Cam Phillips. Schmidt's kick. Again, it will be Phillips. Phillips returns it out to the 35-yard line. His own 35 will be 1st and 10 Scotties.
Roger, thanks for covering for me there. Sorry, I got a little bit sick there.
No, as long as you're okay,
yeah,
Dave.
I think we're good to go.
We're all good. You missed one heck of a catch near the end zone there.
Yeah, it looks like I missed a couple of good plays here. But I appreciate Roger taking over for me there for just a moment. You know what? I'm going to scratch the stats for the rest of the night because I'm out of it now.
Okay. Minute 54 remaining in quarter number 3. Golden Lions surge ahead.
They have the ball 1st down and 10 at the 35-yard line of Southmoreland. They trail by a touchdown. And off goes to Phillips. Phillips tries the left side. Had some blocking for a moment. Spins forward. He's going to get about 2 yards on that carry.
Phillips again is getting the bulk of the carries. There have been a couple times when the quarterback Anthony Smith has carried the ball, I think twice, but with the numerous injuries to the Scotties and people unavailable for this game, they are just trying to play it close to the vest, maybe work on some big plays. Scotties now have 3 receivers to the right.
Shotgun again for the Scotties. And rolling right now, Planning wants to throw. It's throwing a dangerous pass. I would throw a flag on that one, Roger.
Now it's going to be Rosenstiel. I'd agree. I think he made contact with Darnell early.
Yeah, I think he grabbed his shoulder pads and swung with them. And Mikel Darnell has to come off because his helmet came off. Dropped his mouthpiece, and he just waves it off. By the way, Roger, if Southmoreland is to get into the playoffs, the Geibel Catholic players cannot play in the playoffs.
Oh, good information to share.
I got that from Bill Beckner.
Now we thank Bill Beckner. He's a great sports writer there with the Tribune Review. Always works very, very well with us hand in hand on any and all sports that we cover.
Mikel Darnell was a part of that grouping. Pressure's on. Flips it forward, and it'll be an incomplete pass out of the tackle box, so that's why there's going to be no flag for intentional grounding.
And number 0, Cam Phillips, somewhat in the area.
Yeah.
But once again, Anthony Smith, no time to throw. It will be 4th and 8. Rosenstiel awaiting the punt from Kaler.
All right, so we'll have a 4th down. As Roger said, Kaler's going to punt this ball away. Kaler almost had a block, pump fakes it, and then gets a nice little boot off, Roger. And I'll tell you what, that you want to talk about making something out of nothing. He just did. Rosenstiel's going to pick it up and run with it. Cameron Lee tries to get him down. He's going to be ridden out of bounds. But there is a flag on the play. There was no face mask. I can see Ty George here in front of us arguing for a face mask. There was none. It was by the shoulder pad.
There's a flag at the 41-yard line of Southmoreland.
And it's thrown by the same official who's been throwing all the flags tonight, Roger.
Yeah, and as I talked to some of the assistant coaches representing both squads during the half, both have noted what I have noted during the game, that not to single out anyone, but the same official has thrown numerous flags today.
And he's been making the players come off for small things like their knee pads not being correctly on their knees.
Yes, little things
that most people would let slide.
Indeed.
Granted, by the book, it is
by the book, but
call.
however, the fans watching this game or listening to this game or here live at historic Offutt Field came to see the young men representing their respective high schools. They did not come to see an official.
So Chismar will have it. First down and 10 as this third quarter coming to a close soon. Chapman was in there quickly, spinning out as Bruno, and will get up for a gain of 9. That was a nice run there by Bruno. As I said, Chismar came in flying, almost timed that snap perfectly. The Golden Lions do not have to snap this ball.
Right now, Chismar getting signal from the sidelines, just stay there in the huddle.
Yeah.
We'll take this 2nd and 1, but we'll go for that in quarter number 4.
We'll wait till that clock hits 0 before we send it to the fourth quarter, but both teams going to their respective sidelines. 21-14, the Lions lead it going into the final quarter of the regular season here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
State Representative Mike Reese was a great advocate for the kids in our community. He felt athletics were a vital tool in raising healthy, happy kids. The Mike Reese Memorial Fund offers grants to local youth athletic organizations so that every kid has a chance to play. Funding is available for new equipment, registration fee offset, facility improvements, and more. Visit MikeReeseMemorialFund.com to apply.
East Suburban Sports Medicine Center, Western Pennsylvania's #1 physical therapy practice since 1984, is always offering same-day or next-day appointments for all new patients. With 8 convenient locations and extensive therapy services, ESSMC offers the best care anywhere, hands down. Call 412-856-8060 or visit ESSMC.com to schedule today. ESSMC Physical Therapy. Your health, your decision.
Braxton down for the Scotties.
Yep, Terrell Braxton as we come back here out of that timeout.
Braxton's 6'2", 285 senior, rarely leaves the field.
He's going to have to because he did go down. I would have imagined they're going to make him go down. Chismar, what happened there? There was a face mask against the Scotties. But what happened there was Chismar kept it himself on 2nd down and 1. And about 3 different Scotties were there defensively. Chapman, Stennett.
But Chismar, to his credit, we've seen him a couple times this year. He is a good runner when he decides to pull the ball down and run, and he can be quite elusive.
So after that, he'll put the ball at the Southmoreland 40. Man in motion. Chismar rolls left. Now we'll keep it and go right. And Braxton and Stennett are both in there again to make the stop. Braxton is just struggling right now to get up.
He is, Dave, but you know what? The young man, it's his senior year. This, as you alluded to earlier, for many of these seniors, this could be their last organized football game they ever participate in.
I do believe Braxton is going on the next level.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised, but for many others, this is it.
Yeah, you're right. Looking to throw, stepping up. Now dumping off. Bruno wide open in the flat. Gets to the 30 and will slide. I tell you what, Southmoreland is doing a great job, and I don't know if it's downfield or if it's just quick pressure in on the quarterback, but they're making Chismar earn every single yard he's getting.
They really are, and I like what Bruno did. He fell down, inbounds, keeps the clock running as well.
High snap of Bruno gets the handoff from Chismar. Going to be written down. That time there was
Chapman.
Franklin and Chapman. Hazriel Franklin backed up a little bit. 5'11", 230 senior. Gain of 3 on that. Handoff. Smith. Brady Smith is going to get to the 34.
They have blown the whistle, Dave. They're going to take the ball back maybe 2 yards.
Oh, yeah. He definitely made it up to about the 34. That's again where Franklin and Savage combine on the stop.
Center for Greensburg Salem having a little bit of trouble, some bad snaps lately. Chismar, a credit to he and his athletic ability, able to corral them.
I tell you what, give credit now to the defensive line of Southmoreland. That's the second time they've been able to hold on sides. Man in motion.
He's open.
To the end zone. Touchdown, Rosensteel.
Excellent throw there from Brody Chismar. Excellent route by Rosensteel. Greensburg Salem again on the board. Tanner Schmidt in to attempt the extra point. 27-14 currently. Pending the extra point. That kick is up and good. 9 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in quarter number 4. Golden Lions 28, Scotty's 14.
Stevenson Insurance Associates is owned and operated by Mark and Donna Stevenson of Greensburg and has been serving the greater Westmoreland County area for over 35 years. Stevenson Insurance Associates has been saving their customers hundreds of dollars annually, and that's why close to 95% of their policyholders continue to renew their policies year after year. To see what you may save on your insurance costs, call 724-832-9889. Your certified professional insurance agents.
It may be small, but it can bear over 4,000 times its own weight. And that's just the door hinge. Sturdy design, all the way down to the smallest detail. The Taps. Hop in. It's a VW.
For a great deal on a new 2024 Volkswagen Taos, visit Sendell VW in Greensburg. SendellVW.com.
It's been a bit of an off night for the offensive attack of the Scotties.
It's been an off night for the broadcasters too, Roger. Looking to throw. Stepping up in pocket, throwing downfield, and it's overthrown to Darnell.
Yeah, a bit of a duck there off the right arm of Smith. David, you hang in there.
Yeah, I'm trying, Roger.
You do what you got to do. We have Matt that's over there. He's ready to
throw the headset on, man.
Yeah, you never know. But the important thing is your health, my friend.
Thank you, sir. I think I can make it through the rest of this game. Dave Franzak alongside Roger Downs here tonight. Matt Palumbo, our producer and director on site here. Lorenzo Cota out manning our camera outside.
4th down.
Low snap. Throwing it. Complete to Mickens. It'll be enough for a first down as he gets to the 25. Face mask also on the play. And that's going to be moving them up even further, or should take them inside the 10.
Yeah, once again, a nice throw from Anthony Smith. Again, under duress.
So right now the gain is
Scotties needed that day. That was 4th down. They come up with a big 4th down, first down. It is indeed a face mask.
It was a 12-yard gain. Add the 15 on the face mask. Should put them inside the 15.
It is about the 14-yard line.
Yeah, is that a half the distance?
I think it was based on where everything. But we have seen Southmoreland struggle
inside the red zone.
Yes,
100%.
we really have.
100%.
It's not a penalty. It's just some poor execution.
Complete to Darnell on the in and out to the 10-yard line. And quickly tackled by Bruno. Stands over him a la Ty Lue.
Yeah, Darnell lucky to hang on to that one. Gain of about 4 on the play.
.5:10 remaining here in this final regular season quarter of high school football for the 2024 season. I tell you what, even if Southmoreland were to lose this game, Roger, they still have a chance to make it into the playoffs.
They do.
Quick throw on the out route, and it's going to be in front of Roman Riccelli.
Yeah,
nice. A lot of pressure coming up the middle.
Again, the pressure was coming from Brady Smith from his linebacker position, as well as Azriel Franklin. Rosenstiel with very good coverage on the play as well.
So it'll be a 3rd down and 6. Can still get the first down without getting a touchdown. Cam Phillips in the backfield. Looking to throw on the far side of Donnell or to Mickens. Mickens makes the catch.
Should be a first down.
At the 2-yard line, and will be a first down. Gain of 8 on the completion, but that was about a 20-yard throw.
Yeah, that was a long throw from the far hash, 17 yards to the near hash, and then almost another 17 yards to where the completion occurred.
That's freshman to freshman too, Roger. So that's a connection you can look forward to. And I tell you what, every time Mickens catches the ball, the first name that comes to mind is Pickens. Yeah. And I keep wanting to say Pickens, but it is Mickens.
There have been a number of Mickens, that last name, athletic group there in the Connellsville area.
Hand off. Phillips getting maybe a yard. I think he might have just got back to the line of scrimmage, and it'll be no gain. It'll be 2nd down and goal from the 3.
Yeah, nice job by Rosenstiel coming from his secondary position, filling the hole and keeping it to a no gain on the play.
The 4th quarter is presented by DBAT Pittsburgh East, a 20,000 square foot baseball and softball training facility coming to Westmoreland County. DBAT is now booking cage rentals for local teams, leagues, and individuals. Visit dbatpiteast.com to learn more. Opening this winter in Export.
Play clock is under 10, Dave. The Scotties a little late getting the play call in.
It looked like they were going to take a timeout by the body language of a couple of their players. Instead, it's going to be a throw. Darnell cannot keep it. Oh, there's going to be a flag thrown.
It'll be a first down. Penalty occurred in the end zone.
And I believe it's that same official, Stanley Betters, who was the intended receiver, not Darnell.
All I saw was a 4, and I've so ingrained.
Me too. They have the same kind of body motions. They're both dressed very similarly.
Might not have noticed him limping on. Maybe that's why he's not playing a lot.
No, I think he came in there with a full head of steam, and I think he just celebrated too hard, truthfully.
That could be.
Touchdown for the Scotties, and it's Kaler coming in to attempt the point after. Late man on for the Scotties. Up. And good. One-score game, 3:20 remaining here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Jamie P. DeAndreth Physical Therapy has been providing the Greensburg community with professional, personalized physical therapy since 2003. We specialize in sports medicine, orthopedics, and women's health. Our priority is always centered on caring for you. To make an appointment, call 724-830-8815 or visit DeAndrethPhysicalTherapy.com. Let us help you improve the quality of your life with Jamie P. DeAndreth Physical Therapy.
It's prime time for prime rib at D'Annunzio's every Friday and Saturday night. Get yourself a 12-ounce queen cut for $26 or a 16-ounce king cut for $29. The prime rib is seasoned, slow roasted, served with au jus and horseradish, vegetables, and a choice of pasta or potato, and comes with super salad too. Remember, D'Annunzio's Prime Rib Special every Friday and Saturday after 4 at all 3 of our restaurant locations.
One-score ball game with 3:21 remaining here. And getting ready for the onside kick is Greensburg Salem, but I don't think Southmoreland has any intentions of doing that. Kaler will run up, and it'll just be a pooch kick. And it'll take a bunch of bounces and picked up at the 21 and down almost immediately by Cam Phillips. Getting up and almost losing his shoe on that was McCreary, Akeem McCreary. So 3:15 remaining.
Need a defensive stop. Excuse me, Dave,
absolutely.
if you're the Scotties.
All 3 timeouts for both teams. So the ball will be spotted after McCreary's return up to the 21-yard line. A couple first downs could put this game away.
Yes, and the way the Golden Lions have been running the ball here in the second half with Kai Bruno and Brody Chismar.
As Chismar's going to keep it himself here, and he's going to slide at the 24. They'll give him up to the 25 for 4.
That's a wise decision. He would have gone out of bounds should he continue on that path, but he slides inbounds, keeps the clock running. Southmoreland not calling a timeout.
Ball doesn't have to be snapped for another 20 seconds, so there'll be 2:20, just about 2:25 left on the game clock.
Yeah.
If they take this all the way down to the 0. And they'll break huddle, do the Salem Lions. Shotgun for them, and you would assume this is going to be a run. Handoff is going to go to Bruno up the middle, and he's going to get a first down. Keep in mind there are tons of injuries on this defensive side for Southmoreland. Plus, you're already playing without Ethan Shawley coming into tonight. Primus left early in the first half.
Warwick
left late in the second quarter.
Dawson Wolf unavailable, much like Shawley this evening.
When you looked at this game on paper, Roger, you would think that this should have been a pretty easy win for the Southmoreland Scotties. Instead, it's the Lions who control this ball with under 2 minutes to play in a one-score lead. Handoff goes to Bruno across the 35, and timeout is going to be taken by
Dave,
the Scotties.
Greensburg Salem Golden Lions do have the lead, but the Southmoreland Scotties got inside the red zone numerous times and came back with nothing.
Yeah, and that's kind of been the story the last few weeks. Mount Pleasant had struggled with that too in that game with them a few weeks ago. Lots of hands on the knees for the Southmoreland Scotties, as we would like to congratulate Our Week 8 Westmoreland Sports Network Player of the Week, it's Jared Garn of Mount Pleasant. Garn caught a touchdown pass, rushed for a touchdown, kicked the field goal, and went 4 for 4 on extra points in the Vikings win over Derry last week. Congratulations to other finalists, John Wetzel of Latrobe and Bell Vernon's Curdy Wade. Watch back to interviews with all of our Players of the Week's winners on our YouTube channel. Again, congratulations to our Week 8 Westmoreland Sports Network Player of the Week, Jared Garn of Mount Pleasant. Handoff is going to go to Bruno after the timeout. He's stumbling and bumbling ahead, and he's going to get up, and I think he got out of bounds. He did get out of bounds, so the clock is going to stop. He got a first down, but the clock will be stopped at 1:39.
Okay, they're going to. Okay, he was inbounds. They're going to remove the clock. It's moving, I believe.
Interesting. I thought he went out of bounds. Bruno's going to check out of the game as Keegan Young will come in.
That's a nice tribute to Kai Bruno, the senior.
Timeout's going to be taken by Greensburg Salem, and I think here, Roger, this is just going to be, let's cycle some of these seniors into the game that we can offensively.
Right. That's a nice tribute by the coaching staff, led by head coach Ty George. You always want to see and give due to those young men who are your seniors, probably in the program at least 4 years, grades 9 through 12, probably part of the middle school program as well, and you just want to, kind of recognize them.
And two, you want to get out of this healthy.
You do.
And I don't want that to be a slight to any of the guys who may be coming out of the game and, bringing in some of these reserves, but at the same time, they're reserves.
Yeah.
Granted, reserves are just as important as the starters are.
Penn Trafford defeats Latrobe 20-13.
Wow, that ended up being closer than I would have expected.
York 55, Derry Area 14. That's a final. Woodland Hills beats Kiski. Excuse me, everyone.
Another slide inbounds by Chismar on the far side. Keep that clock a-moving.
Here's one that will surprise you, Dave. Trinity 31, Bell Vernon 21.
Wow. I think Trinity has a pretty good program this year.
Deer Lakes 56, Burrell 0. Timeout. A lot of happy faces on the Greensburg Salem sidelines. A lot of high fives, a lot of hugs. The faithful here in the stands just enjoying what they're seeing.
And I tell you what, look at the other sideline for Southmoreland. Some of these guys, Cole Savage was just on his hands and knees in that timeout, just absolutely exhausted.
Yep, those guys, they've played their hearts out. Would not be surprised if right now, if Brady Smith becomes the ball carrier. He is senior, number 2 in the backfield.
It's going to be Brady Smith who's just going to fall down to the 50-yard line and keep that clock a-moving. 3rd down and 2.
We'll see what the Scotties do after this play. 1 minute left in the game. 3rd and about 2, as Dave had mentioned.
I'm surprised they're not taking their final timeout here, Roger, truthfully.
But I think Greensburg Salem may take a timeout.
Yeah, but if I'm Southmoreland, now you're just wasting. It's 3rd down. The scoreboard says 2nd and 6, but it should be 3rd and 2.
Well, the sticks across the way, they're right across from us, Dave.
Right.
It says it's 3rd and 2.
Timeout's going to be taken by Greensburg Salem.
Yeah, a little bit of indecision there what to do as far as getting kids in. They're going to go with a victory formation. You can hear it from head coach Ty George.
All right, so a little correction as the coaches here to our left. And that's why Southmoreland didn't take a timeout, because they didn't have any. There was one remaining on the board, but they had no timeouts remaining. Bruno comes off the field.
Victory formation for the Golden Lions. Chismar will take the snap, take a knee.
And we'll let this clock roll. Ty George gets the Gatorade bath.
Gets a bit wet, yes indeed.
And the seniors come and give George a hug.
Much better second half than the first half.
Clock's hit 0. Final score, Greensburg Salem 28, Southmoreland 21. So now, Roger, Southmoreland could have had their own destiny in their own hands.
Yes.
It is now no longer in their hands.
No.
It's going to be, if you want me to be honest with you, I do not know what the playoff
I did
standings,
not look at all
I do not know what the scenarios look like, but now these two will end up with the same record.
But I guess if they go with tiebreakers,
it would be head-to-head.
Yeah.
First, which means Greensburg Salem would be the one to move on before Southmoreland.
I would think so, yes.
So that's a big loss then for Southmoreland if that's the case. But, you and I were talking there at halftime with the amount of injuries that Southmoreland has. I don't know how much further they would have been able to go, depending on the severity of some of those injuries.
Yeah, and speaking of that.
And Braxton's holding his hands and his elbow very gingerly. Cole Savage is just trying to gasp for air.
So
midfield.
is Jake Govern. But we here at the Westmoreland Sports Network hope that all the injured, be they Southmoreland Scotties or Greensburg Salem Golden Lions, that they are not serious injuries. They'll be able to recover if they're underclassmen, come back to the program and play again next year. If you're a senior, depending on your future aspirations, you take it from there. But 28-21 is a good ball game, not the cleanest of games, a bit chippy to say the least, but still the Scotties shorthanded, battled valiantly throughout this game, and now Greensburg Salem in all likelihood will be moving on, and I believe the WPIL meets tomorrow afternoon.
Now here becomes another interesting part of the little wrinkle in this. Mount Pleasant is currently coming into tonight. Here's your standings. Elizabeth Forward at the top, Southmoreland, who has the head-to-head win on Mount Pleasant, so they sit in second place. Mount Pleasant in third, Greensburg Salem at fourth. Dairy Area and York are eliminated.
Right.
Mount Pleasant's playing Elizabeth Forward tonight at Mount Pleasant, or excuse me, at
Mount
Pleasant. They're at Mount Pleasant tonight. So if Mount Pleasant were to lose to Elizabeth Forward, Greensburg Salem then jumps to second place.
Yes.
No, I'm sorry. They would have the same record as the same overall records, and no, Greensburg Salem will jump them.
Yep.
Greensburg Salem will jump them.
On some tiebreakers.
Yeah, there's a lot moving on here.
Yeah, and I'm glad I'm not in the WPIL having tried to figure that out.
So we talked about the Gatorade bath there for Ty George. It's because Greensburg Salem went 1-4 in the conference last year and 2-8 overall. They're now this year going to go finish at 7-3 overall and 3-2 in the conference.
That's
so
improvement.
What a job for Ty George this year.
Done a nice job. Greensburg Salem, known for having very good athletes. A lot of multi-sport kids here for Greensburg Salem and for the Scotties as well. When you have a smaller roster or a smaller class size, you have to share your athletes respectively. So that brings us to the end of the regular season.
Yeah, it does. So that's where I was going to go here, Roger, next with, well, first let's get, do you have any closing remarks or you want to make here?
No, I kind of summed that up just a little bit, Dave. And I want to
go ahead.
Congratulate you on hanging in there.
Thank you.
Not feeling very well.
I was going to say, Roger, you win my MVP award. You get my game ball for the night for filling in for me. I appreciate that. Got a little sick there at halftime, right at the beginning of the third quarter.
You got to take care of yourself.
Yeah, so, but for my partner, Roger Downs, for Lorenzo Cota running the camera for us, Matt Palumbo, our on-site director and producer, our executive producer, Dan Flickinger, our producer back in the studio, Shirley Flickinger, getting us scores and keeping us on the air throughout the night. I'm Dave Franzek saying good night from Offutt Stadium. Keep in touch with us on our social media pages for any future broadcasts. We're not sure how things are going to play out here for us in the playoffs, if we'll have rights for games, but please stay in touch with us either on WestmorelandSports.com or through our social media pages at WestmorelandSN on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, and also on our Facebook page, Westmoreland Sports Network. But everyone, good night. Thank you for joining us here all season on the Westmoreland Sports Network. We appreciate you joining us, and we look forward to hearing you for basketball and for wrestling coming forward here in the fall and the winter seasons here as the fall season comes to a conclusion. Thank you and good night.